All right, long ball number 3, La Liga calling off plans to hold the regular season game between Barcelona and Villarreal. I see you shaking your head. It was relevant canceling this, wasn't it?
Yes, and I said this before the show, Rob. I said I want to be clear about this because I think it does matter. It is being headlined in places like here at ESPN. La Liga cancels Barcelona Villarreal game in Miami. There's two things wrong, I think, with that headline. Number one, it puts Barcelona first when Villarreal is the team that would be the home team if this game did happen. So it should be Villarreal Barcelona, not the other way around. Because as soccer fans, we always read it as the home team is listed first.
Yep.
And number two, it's not La Liga that has canceled this. At least it's not La Liga that wants to cancel this or has made the choice that led to the cancellation. It is Relevant Sport, the promoters of the game, who have decided that they can't do it. And then La Liga has had to say, okay, well, I guess we're not doing it then because our promoter has pulled out. And this is related to just uncertainty around this because it's October 22nd. This game was slated for December 20th. That's 2 months for them to get all this together after only just being cleared by UEFA and all of the relevant bodies organizing the game worldwide, or certainly in Europe, that they could do this. The go-ahead from that level only just happened. So in order for this to get done in Miami at Hard Rock Stadium, where they would hope to have a sellout, they have a lot of work to do. And ultimately, because the players just executed a protest on Friday, was it Real Oviedo and Espanyol? The players stood still for the first 20 seconds of the match, and La Liga required broadcasters not to show it. So the whistle blew, the game started, the players didn't move, and La Liga told their broadcasters show something else, and there was shots of the stadium from the outside. That this is obviously a protest that kind of went across the league, but this is high profile stuff that La Liga is saying, don't show the players protest. I mean, again, we are now very much in this narrative of there's a struggle between the powers that be that want it to happen and certain relevant bodies that don't. And the players, I think, are making a statement. And if Relevant's not doing this, they're not canceling this because they understand this is the wrong thing to do, or because the game should stay in Spain. This is unfair to Villarreal fans. This is not the spirit of the sport that we are custodian. No, this is a business decision. Relevant looks at this and goes, we're going to get screwed. We're going to get left holding the bag if it doesn't happen. If the players protest and don't get on the plane, or something else kind of big happens that could slow down this game, we don't want to be the ones who get the black eye because it didn't happen.
The release from Relevant goes such as this. We have informed La Liga of the need to postpone the planned match between Villarreal and Barcelona in Miami, December 20th. Given the current uncertainty in Spain, there is insufficient time to properly execute an event of this scale. It would be irresponsible to begin selling tickets without a confirmed match in place.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, this is basically down to the business part of it. And La Liga is clearly aggrieved over all of this, right? The La Liga statement, Rob, I don't know how you have it in front of you.
Yeah, I do. Following discussions with the promoter of the match in Miami, the latter has announced its decision to cancel the organization of the event due to uncertainty generated in Spain in recent weeks. La Liga deeply regrets this project, which represented a historic and unparalleled opportunity of the internationalization of Spanish football, cannot go ahead.
Right. So again, La Liga is saying, you guys are screwing this up for us. Like, thanks a lot, guys. We were going to do this awesome thing, and now we can't because of you. It seems it's very childish the way that this is framed for me from La Liga about the part about the unparalleled opportunity for the internationalization of Spanish football. Well, they're saying
we were trying to break the bank open, guys. Come on.
They're passing the buck to, I guess in this case, Relevant, but obviously the uncertainty in Spain is down to the players and other things. They're passing the buck and saying, if we can't keep up economically with other leagues, obviously in Europe, this is on you. This is your fault. We're trying over here to figure out a way to make La Liga relevant around the world, no pun intended. We're trying to do something here that we think is necessary because this is the way the game is moving. And I definitely think that there's a difficult conversation to be had that nobody wants to really do. Nobody wants to engage in this idea of, well, La Liga is about to become less relevant in Europe, or La Liga is about to fall behind some of the bigger leagues on the continent, or the richer leagues, or fall further behind the Premier League, because everybody sees the Premier League as the leader here, because they have done the work of internationalizing their product without taking games abroad. They are making money hand over fist. La Liga is chasing that dragon, and they're saying, if we don't do this, there's no way for us to keep up. Now, again, the question is there some other way to do it? Should you do everything you can up to this in order to get yourself back into a conversation as being able to compete economically against the Premier League and the likes of the Premier League? Right? Because is this selling the soul of your league, of your sport, of Spanish football? Are you sacrificing something on the altar of business that you shouldn't be sacrificing? That is the big question. That is the overarching question of our football times right now, Rob.
It's the Pandora's box, really. You don't know where it's going to go if this goes ahead. And it should be noted that the Italian game, the Serie A game, planned to go ahead between AC Milan and Como in Australia in February. No word on that being canceled. But to add to the kind of maybe immature nature of these statements coming out, Barcelona, who has definitely had a turn of face when it comes to altruism in the last 20 so years. They also say they deeply regret it, and they regret the missed opportunity to expand the image of the competition to a strategic market with the capacity for growth and generation of resources for the benefit of everyone. And that's, like I said, probably until about 2010 or so, I held Barcelona very high regard, pinnacle of the sport, didn't have shirt sponsors. Like, they definitely
Més que
seemed
un club. Més que un club. Is that right? You were on board with that idea. More than a club, Rob.
Yeah, and I'd say because of their mismanagement and hunger to keep up, they've really turned into the opposite of that. And this kind of reeks of desperation that they need to get themselves out of their financial peril. And they've shown it with all their different sponsorships and all the various different levers they've pulled.
Yeah,
they're willing to sell those things on the altar.
Spotify Camp Nou is one thing, isn't it? Which they can't even play in yet, or they haven't been able to get back into. I want to address this from PSU to DCU. Won't U.S. Soccer say no to this game? They cannot. They will not, because they entered into they found a way to settle, rather, with Relevant Sport, who was suing U.S. Soccer over preventing things like this happening. And again, in this country, because of our laws around restraint of trade and those trust elements, you basically can't say no. U.S. Soccer basically can't say no lest they want to be in court over it, and that's where we are.
Yeah, that's where it is. And sorry, Nate, not trying to pile on Barcelona, but it is what it is.
It's been a wild couple of years, Nate. Let's just say that.
Yeah, thanks for all your comments and tuning in. Thank you to all our new subscribers. It is free to subscribe, and if you'd like to support the show just a little bit more, become an MK Ultra. $3.99 a month gets you into the membership club, and you get early access to videos, bonus content, and access to the Morning Kickaround Discord server. You can also support the show outside of that on coffee.com/Morning Kickaround, and follow us on all of our social media channels, where we have been putting out some content on there as well.